What's up? The Purple Yeti is back. He's back again this week, and it's going to be a great week for this guy. I am, of course, the Purple Yeti. Got my ridiculous moniker all rockin'. Tonight we're going to be having a little bit of 1800. Oh yeah! What's 1800? Kids, it's tequila. Don't try that at home. At least without a little bit more water and ice. It's reposada, it's agave, it's supposed to be pretty good. It's beginner's tequila, and that's me, beginner. What I'm not beginning is college football, and more specifically, college football news. But first, you may be wondering why the stiff drink, Yets. Yeah, that's what my friends call me, not Perps or Purple Yets, it's Yets. But call me Purple Yeti. This guy is getting hitched this weekend, so I figured I might as well have one stiff drink before I take the plunge. And who knows, maybe in a couple years there'll be tiny Yetis running around. Yeah, alright. Hold on. Okay, coping mechanism is a go. And so, with all that said and done, I might be able to do something next week. Don't know. I'll keep you posted on the Twitters. In the meantime, a lot of stuff has happened in the last week, so let's get right to it. First off, man, what is the biggest thing that happened? Well, I would say ACC doing the grant of rights is a pretty big deal. It's the most freshest in my head, too. Apparently, a report or a leak to the news outlets stated that the grant of rights, which for those of you in big toe country like this cat is in and thrives in, grant of rights is pretty much all of your media rights you are granting toward the conference. So in this instance, all the schools participating in the conference would give up their rights for X amount of years, depending on whether or not they leave the conference or stay. Basically, it's a bigger, it holds more weight than contracts or like exit fees and things like that. And it ups the ante in terms of court costs and the risk taking a case like that to court. You know, we're talking at least 6 times as much more worth of money in a single shot doing that. So, with that said, the ACC is moving forward with that. Pretty much everybody now has an in except for the SEC because, well, everybody wants to play in the SEC. What can I say? You know, once that losing streak starts happening, that will probably change around, but we'll see. At any rate, the ACC's last big one really to do it, and that is causing a lot of people to jump for joy, because realignment is now officially over. Well, it's not. It's not really over. For those historians of the game, as I pretend to be, the idea of realignment has been fluid since the 1900s. It's always happened, and it will more than likely will continue to happen. Right now, the motivator for this move, of course, is money, as with most moves. But I think it's a very important step in college football right now because, I mean, once TV and probably internet streaming is locked up, where else are you going to go from there? At some point, it's going to get so large and it's exhausted all the ends, it's just going to plateau off, which is fine because it's generating a lot of money. But you're going to see a lot of players or player representative or even former players really start chiseling away to get a piece of that action, which I wholeheartedly agree. I think just the exponential growth of money coming in I think the players, the athletes across all sports. Let's not mince meat here. Rowing isn't going to be bringing in the dollars, but I think there needs to be just a little bit of adjustment for cost of living and not just scholarships. Because scholarships is room, board, maybe books, and your classes. Nothing else. So it's a gray line with a stipend for like do whatever you want with this kind of money. But I would say at least for like laundry, car service, errand stuff like that you normally would do as a college student, either on a scholarship or not, working part-time or not, so on and so forth. Doing that cost of living alone would help even out some of the wrinkles that student workers get when it comes to athletes. And hey, this guy logged X amount of hours at a car dealership, but he really was never there, and the guy's a booster. Just icky stuff like that. It would help iron out that wrinkle. So it's not exactly like giving them bling bling and a Mercedes as soon as they show up on campus. At least not legitimately. I'm sure that happens already. What I'm saying is cost of living to where they do not have to look for more money. Now, case by case, it's going to be weird. But if they're already getting the books and they're already getting the classes and they're already getting like a dorm room, kick in for like a meal plan and like a stipend for laundry and errands and car service. I mean, because what are they going to do? Are they going to work part-time while they're playing football? I mean, you could say it's an extracurricular activity, but there's a legitimate career path. And I mean, what are you going to do? So, and as playing football before myself, I could say that a lot of qualities from being on a football team translates over very well to the working force. So your argument of where they can maybe get a job somewhere else, and it's a benefit to them, I would say that working together as a team and understanding your roles and how to make the whole team work is very crucial in the working force these days. And I think I'll even go as far as like some of the people who never play sports maybe don't get that as much, or at least don't have a strong as education toward teamwork as you do in an extracurricular activity like football. So there's that, and I've pretty much taken up most of my time on this. And it's a great topic, it really is, and I encourage you all to comment down below and let me know whether I'm right or if it's just the tequila talking. Who knows? And because I run so long, let me just blow through a couple other little thingies that have jumped up. Like Bill Snyder, coincidentally enough, the man from K-State, was talking about how college football is all about money and they need to focus on academics. And that's true. He's right. And I also agree with that. But you just said, hey, Mike, hey, Purple Yet, hey, Yets, you just said to pay the players more. It's like, yeah, for cost of living, all right? Not for, like, a new Maybach, or whatever. No. Enough to where they don't have to go to outside sources to acquire more money, which, there is influence in there. But he's right. Bill Snyder is right on that, and that it needs to get back to more academics because you can't play football forever. It is a career path, and they can make it, but they also need to be able to support if they don't make it as well. So, the books, the learning, the smarts, you got to do it. If they're working part-time and playing football and going to school, I mean, what are they going to have rest for? Anyway, so that's that. Of course, the Big 12 commissioner is against paying the players. Of course, Bob Bowlesby said that he was against paying the players, but I mean, he's the step for the athletic directors and he represents the universities. Of course the universities don't want to give the players any money. They want to hold it all for themselves. It makes sense. I'm on that side of the fence for paying the players, but I completely understand the viewpoint of the athletic directors because, I mean, they're the ones that are making money right now. So as an extension of the athletic directors and the presidents of the Big 12 Conference, it makes complete sense that Bob Bowlesby would come out and say that he's against paying the players. So, you know, whatever. Football stuff. Boo. So in the midst of all the ACC fun, an indirect new ACC baby in Notre Dame extended their contract with NBC through 2025. Yeah, that's a lot of money right there. The recent excess of success for the Golden Domers probably helped ink that deal. Although I'll say, knowing Notre Dame, I mean, you know, that coach over there, it's not Chip, Brian Kelly, I think, Irish guy, obviously, is doing a good enough job that he'll maintain a certain level of success. I just don't know if it'll be national championship caliber. It was enough for NBC to plug some more money down, and yeah, congrats to those two. What else? Oh, Central Florida won their NCAA appeal because, well, they did. Whoop-de-doo. Big Ten! They're changing their names. With all the realignment of their own conference, they're going to have East-West. They're getting rid of lamers and losers and whatever. Good job. Way to think smart about it. You guys were too high on yourself. Seriously, the Big Ten liked the smell of their own farts too much, and they needed to open a window, just crack it open a little bit, and realize that Legends and Leaders was an absolutely terrible decision. Now, they got East and West. Good. Done. You know, you do it just enough to where people can forget about it and not make fun of it. And that's, yeah, the high horse are knocked off. Now maybe they can focus on actually winning some national championships, which is still a long way away. Yeah, I'm going to end with apparently college football practices, especially in Louisiana Lafeyette, as DJs now. I know what my side career can do. I could totally spin for you guys. I got some Rockin' Toto. I got some Bee Gees. I mean, come on. Nothing gets you more into hitting the person next to you really hard and making that big play with a little bit of the shadow dancing going on in the background. I mean, come on. For those of you who know, I know you're feeling it. So all I'm saying is, if you want somebody to DJ your football facility practice like what Louisiana Lafeyette has, hook me up. Let me go. Purple Yeti. K-State, if you want to do that, I'm right here. That's where my heart's at. I'll make it amends for maybe Northwestern or TCU. But I'm saying I got some beats. I'll drop it down. A little bit of Sugar Hill Gang. We'll do a little bit of Eazy-E maybe. A little bit of the Carpenters. You know, just bringing it out there. Just saying, you know, wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. You know what I mean? Getting wiggy with it, like Will Smith. So, with all that, it is time for me to go. And please drop some comments down below. I don't have any links up here, but subscribe anyway. It's somewhere around here. So, by this time next week, the Yeti will be chained down. But he will also be making preparations to be chained down this fall. We have spring practices wrapping up. After that, it's a quiet couple of months before the middle of summer practices kick off, and then hoopla begins. So hey, until then, stay easy. Don't lock your knees. Always use the bathroom with the toilet seat that's up in a public restroom, and I'll see you later.